briefly, what is going to be the President's response to President Trump's letter?
So the approach, as we discussed, as we mentioned earlier, as a position has been shared, our approach is to engage continuously in the discussion, in the negotiation. There's a time period that has been provided until 1st August, and until such time the tariff has been identified as the existing 10% will continue as it is. So our approach is to make use of this time, this space, to the best possible advantage of Sri Lanka, and to have a mutual beneficial outcome both for USA and for Sri Lanka as well. So our response is to continue to engage, assess the situation, get the input of other stakeholders, in particularly major exporters to the US market, and by allowing market access to Sri Lanka, the partners who will be impacted from that angle. So look at those areas and to model a solution then that will to be offered to them. So that's the broader approach.
So just to have a specific answer to your question, this is President letter is only one of the public communications that has been issued to the public. But in between there have been several communications that we have been having, we continue to have through the official channels. That will continue. Through that channels we will engage and continue to negotiation. And I don't think that we need to be communicating all the public. At some point we will make the announcement, but in between we will have continuous negotiation through the channels. We have access to the USTR and other through our embassy in the US.
No, I appreciate that, you'll have back channels, all that kind of discussion will take place. But my question is specifically, now that the letter has been addressed to the President, do you expect the President to acknowledge the letter and say, thank you very much, we accept, or we want more negotiations? I'm talking about the public communication. I mean, you can have your back channels. So what would be the President's response to this particular letter? Would he say, okay, thank you very much, we accept this, or thank you very much, but we want more concessions? Or how are you going to sort of keep the door open for what you just said?
Yes. So once again, as I mentioned, there are multiple options. Our approach is to take a stock of the situation, and based on that one to model a response, whether to respond immediately or whether to respond with more information and with the input of other stakeholders also. So that will be decided within the next few days, I suppose.
Is it fair to say that on the face of it, that you are satisfied with 30%? I mean, that's what you said. So
no.
Can we say that for the moment you are okay with 30%, but you expect some more as you go along before the next deadline of August 1st? Is that a fair summary of what you said?
No, what we can say, we recognize we have made a significant good progress in the process so far. Obviously, we want to make more progress going forward. Negotiations channels are open. We'll continue to engage with an intention to have a better solution going forward for Sri Lanka. It's not that we are satisfied with the current. We are satisfied with the in terms of competitiveness, we are satisfied where we are now. And progress we have made from 44% 34, I think we are satisfied with that. But we need to make more progress. That's why we continue to engage with them.
31st August is not a deadline as such all is mentioned. We can continue, it will be 30% after 31st August if you don't get anything in the interim. But the discussions are ongoing, continuing, right? So there is no need for an immediate response. We'll assess the situation and then respond accordingly.